about being a member of the Information Society? That's a difficult question because I didn't know we were in the Information Society.
What is up, YouTube Reefing community? Wanted to go ahead and do this video and review of this IceCap 3K. Now I've had this for about, I'd say, a month now, and I do like it. Out of the box, it has everything that I need, that I'm looking for, without right up front having to buy extra equipment and what's not to go ahead and get it up and running the way I would like for it to work. What I mean by that is this particular control box here, out of the box, I can program it for various settings throughout the day without the need of another control unit, a apex, or anything else that most other wave makers want you to use. But when I say that, I can set it throughout the day. I can program it for morning, noon, night, midday. I can have it shut off for an hour. I can have it go ahead and do waves throughout the whole day. I can set it how I want to, and that's what I do like about this particular unit here. Now I know there's other models out there, but for what I have here with the 3K, it works for my tank. I can set it to, like I said, mornings. It does waves in the mornings. Right now, it's on a set pattern. In a little bit, it's going to change from that pattern, go back into a wave. So I've kind of tailored it to what I've done some research on, and with how the ocean currents and things like that interact with everything throughout the day. So it's calm at night, it ramps up in the morning, goes back into a steady pattern at midday, goes back into a wave motion through the afternoon, and then back down to calm again, simulating that times when the tides are coming in and going out, things are changing, there's movement throughout the ocean. And that's what I like about this, that I can do that. Now, I do have, and I've used the Ecotech. I've had an MP10 on my last tank, and that's great. But for the control that I have over everything, I really do like this. Now I could go ahead, get another control module that goes along with this to tap into my Apex so that I can wirelessly do everything, but right out the box, from the control box here, I can control everything the way I want it to go, and I'm happy with that. So as far as the review, I know a lot of people have done reviews on the actual gyre itself. It does move a ton of water, I can guarantee that. Coming from the MP10, it did move water, but again, this is 75 gallons, 48 inches long. I needed a little bit more, and this does the job. I know it's only one unit, but it works well for everything that I have set up. And the only takeaway that I have on this is a hum. I don't know if you guys can probably hear it going on right now, but the hum comes from it capturing micro bubbles and generating them into a vortex of bubbles trapped inside. So that is reason that there is the bubbles in there. Hang on. All right, so as I was saying, the micro bubbles get trapped inside of the blades of the gyre, and that unfortunately causes a nice little bubble vortex inside. Which every now and then I just go ahead and hit the feed mode on this, stops, and then you'll see the bubbles shoot out of there. I crank it back up and it's silent again. So I know some people have complained about the noise. I don't know if this is the reason why, but I know for me, whenever I hear the humming noise in here, I just know it's a nice bubble vortex that's trapped inside. So I'm gonna hit the feed mode. You'll see the bubbles pop out. I'll turn it back on and the noise should be gone. So noise is gone and it's back to normal. It's pretty quiet, so like I said, I know when there's actual bubbles trapped in there. It starts making a humming noise. You can hear it whining, like if you would with any other equipment that makes any other noise there when it's not working properly. But for me, I can tell when the bubbles are trapped in here, it makes a nice whining noise. So hit feed mode once, pops it out. I mean, I could go ahead throughout the day and say I can program a time of day where it stops running, and that's when it releases the bubbles, so that way I don't have to worry about doing it when I get home. But it's not a problem for me just to go and hit feed mode. It's not annoying anybody here, and it's not interfering with the operation of the gyre. As far as the settings go, which I just popped out the power cord. The settings on this are pretty much straightforward. You'll hit the program button here. You have your program option, time, what pattern you're going to be in, and there are various settings on here which I would generally suggest reading the manual on, so that way you know which one you're going to be affecting for what setting, as far as the wave action, whether you're doing a constant, you're doing a random pulse, or you're doing a steady wave. So again, like I said, out of the box, this is a pretty good option for me here. It does have a lot of different wave settings on it. I can do pulsing, random. I have a couple of different wave options. With those wave options, I can also set the interval time. I know I tried doing that a few times with the Ecotech and doing the self-programming for the wave on that. That was a semi-nightmare. Night mode, even on the Ecotech, was a nightmare also. I think you really had to have that thing set up to the their EcoSmart on their website to be able to do night mode on it. And you know, it's just those kinds of things. Hang on one second again. Well, what can I say? I want to get stuff taken care of, just to get you guys this footage here on that. So I just want to make sure that I got everything covered. Tank's doing good. I'll probably do a video on that at a later date, but I really just wanted to go ahead and cover this IceCap 3K, show you guys tell you guys what I like about it. As far as the settings, like I said, check the manual out. There is a slew of information within the manual as far as the settings themselves. The program is pretty straightforward. So if you guys have any questions regarding it, put them down in the comments down below. I'll be sure to go and answer them as quickly as I can for you. And other than that, you guys take it easy, enjoy, and happy reefing.